Thank you, and good morning. So this morning, our staff at the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department has increased to approximately 700. We continuously bring people in. We've shifted to 12 on, 12 off shifts in patrol, and we will continue to reevaluate that as the needs come up, not just in our area of responsibility, but the entire county of Los Angeles and our partner law enforcement agencies' needs. Just to reiterate, our missions include hard road closures, traffic control points, roving security, welfare checks, evacuations as needed at the request of our partners at fire. And from what I'm told currently, we are not performing any evacuations, but that can change at a minute's notice. And we're doing escorts for essential service needs, like animal recoveries, medications, and things of that nature. Now, I want to take a couple of minutes to explain this so that hopefully everybody understands. An evacuation order versus warning. And I want to put this out to our community, some of them who have been significantly impacted. And we're trying to have as much empathy as we possibly can, but safety does come first. I would like to reemphasize that an evacuation order is a mandatory directive for residents to leave the area immediately due to imminent danger. Wildfire, floods, anything of that nature. Failure to heed our warnings can put individuals at risk and potentially interfere with emergency response efforts. You've heard me say it the last couple of days. Every miraculous story of a rescue or tragedies that we're encountering, the majority are people who did not heed the warning to leave or the order to leave. Failure to heed these warnings, I already talked about that. Evacuation warnings are precautionary alerts informing residents that they should be prepared to evacuate as the situation may worsen, so you got to be ready to go. A lot of people are coming back saying, hey, I need my medicine. Please try and remember, and I know it's chaotic, it's stressful, it's not easy. Important paperwork, your medication, your pets, maybe supplies for your pets, those kind of things, have those ready to go. While it's not mandatory, it's strongly advised to prepare to leave the area to make other arrangements. Please understand the decisions to evacuate or issue warnings are not made lightly. I have been at command posts or other venues where they're talked about very seriously. We do not want to inconvenience people that we don't have to, but there's always a top priority. Is your life in danger? That's what the priorities are made for. Many orders have been downgraded or lifted related to the Eaton fire, such as Glendale, La Crescentia, much of Pasadena, Monrovia, La Cañada, Flint Ridge, Arcadia, and some in Sierra Madre. We continue to reevaluate these areas, and we will adjust when the time is appropriate. Overall, evacuations for the Palisades, Eaton, Hearst, Kenneth, and Lydia fires, numbers are both for the county and city area. Evacuation orders are approximately at 153,000 residents that are under the evacuation orders, and approximately 57,000 structures are still at risk. Regarding evacuation warnings, approximately 166,000 or a little over 166,000 residents are under evacuation warnings. I'm going to switch now to the curfew order that we have in place. A curfew order was established for the Palisades and Eaton fire areas in all mandatory evacuation zones that will be in effect from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. until further notice. That is something else we continuously will be evaluating. This curfew will be strictly enforced and is being taken to enhance public safety, protect property, and prevent any crime, specifically burglary or looting, in areas where residents have been evacuated. Many times when we're trying to evacuate people, their number one concern is somebody going to break into my house? They shouldn't have to worry about that because they're worried about so many other things. This is trying to assist them. We ask that all individuals comply with the curfew and stay clear of the affected zones unless you are authorized personnel or emergency responders. We have people driving up and around trying to get in just to look. Stay away. Anyone found in violation of this curfew will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor offense under the county code, and conviction may result in a fine of $1,000 or jail. We understand that this is extremely stressful and absolutely challenging, but we appreciate our public's cooperation, our community's cooperation as we work together to get through this crisis, and we will do it together. National Guard deployment. We have roughly 400 National Guard members deployed around the region that are assisting. Not only us, but our partners at the Los Angeles Police Department, Pasadena Police Department, Santa Monica Police Department, Azusa Police Department, Arcadia and Sierra Madre Police Departments. They're assisting with road closures and critical infrastructure missions. I want to switch now to arrest and criminal activity. These numbers fluctuate and they do change. In total, we have made 22 arrests between the Eaton Palisades fire, 19 arrests in the Eaton area, and 3 in the Palisades area. All these individuals were in areas they were not supposed to be there, meaning they had no business being there. Of the 4 arrested last night, 2 were arrested for unauthorized entry of emergency areas. Basically, we had 2 arrests for curfew violations. You heard me say it yesterday. We've directed our deputies that under these circumstances, if you get arrested for a curfew violation, you are not going to be cited and released. Those 2 individuals were actually booked at stations. So I'm just letting you know, you go out there and you violate this curfew, you are going to spend time in jail. You're not going to get cited and released. I want to make that very clear. Most of the arrests were made for burglary, looting, including trespassing, possession of narcotics, identity theft, and 1 suspect was on active parole and charged with the possession of a concealed firearm. These are the kind of folks that our deputies are encountering, stopping, investigating. Some of them need to arrest, some of them don't. These did. Switching gears on you again, something that we're starting to do this morning. Search and Rescue Task Force. Through Unified Command, the department has committed 40 members of its specialized search and rescue teams to work jointly with our partners at Los Angeles County Fire, Urban Search and Rescue Team, the Coroner's Office for LA County, FEMA, the Office of Emergency Services, and the use of cadaver dogs to search for remains and reunite families. They will conduct systematic grid searches that will commence this morning to locate missing persons and reunite families. Due to safety concerns, we are unable to safely search the impacted areas during the hours of darkness. So this will only be taking place while there's light. We will be staffing a joint family assistance center at 300 East Green Street in the city of Pasadena from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. People will be greeted by deputies along with providing them with additional resources that they may need. If our residents need to take a missing report, our deputies will do that at that point. I encourage you, if you believe somebody's missing, go there, talk to the deputies. We will assist you in any which way that we can. Regarding deaths at this point, and again, this information continues to change. Be patient with us. We have confirmed 11 deaths in our jurisdiction. Again, that does not include LAPD and Pasadena. This is just LA County Sheriff's area of responsibility. 8 in the Eaton Fire and 3 in the Palisades County area. We also have reports for 13 missing individuals. Are those related or not? Maybe, maybe not. We hope to find everybody safe. We want to bring closure to the families. Family assistance centers are open to provide information to people looking for missing and family and friends, and they will be comprised of the Office of Emergency Management, Sheriff's personnel, Los Angeles Police Department, Red Cross, Medical Examiner, and the Department of Mental Health for the County of Los Angeles. These centers will provide information to families and victims regarding this mass casualty event. Couple of other things, and I'll wrap up here. I know it's a lot of information, but there's a lot going on, and we're really, really busy. Donations. We talk about arrest. We talk about the sad things going on, but I got to tell you, I have been getting a ton of phone calls and inquiries from good people who want to help. They want to donate. So they want to help the people impacted in the disaster. If you are in a position to be able to lend support to countless people who have been left with little or nothing, please contact the Emergency Network of Los Angeles by visiting www.enla.org. The last two things more. One, if you haven't heard, we were scheduled to have an NFL playoff game here Monday night at SoFi Stadium, the Rams versus the Vikings. The decision was made to move that game. It is now going to be taking place in Glendale, Arizona. I'd really like to thank the NFL and Stan Kroenke, the owner of the Rams, who looked at the situation and understood that that would be a draw on more resources, both from the LA County Sheriff's Department, the Inglewood Police Department, LA County Fire, and other law enforcement partners. We're in the crisis. Those resources need to go elsewhere. Last thing I will mention is if you need more updates on evacuations or road closures, please visit lacounty.gov/emergency. And with that, I will now be introducing Board Chair Supervisor Catherine Barger.
Thank you, Sheriff Luna.